Hello me lovelies. Well, today I'm going to make a different type of video. Leading up to the new year, I don't want to be going on about police corruption and child exploitation. I want to talk about more little interesting positive things. It's only going to be a couple of videos until the new year. And I thought of this last night, a little tradition I have at the new year. And that is, like a lot of cultures, and I have Irish and Italian as well as English in my background. And you pick up little different ideas and little different traditions that come with it. Though actually this that I'm going to tell now isn't actually an Italian or Irish tradition. It's come on more as a Caribbean tradition more than anything else, and an African tradition, and America, especially African Americans, have taken this on board for many decades as a tradition, and I just picked her up a long time ago. Now this is it. This is what you call Florida water. It's actually a cologne, and it was invented at the very early, the beginning more or less of the 1800s. And in those days, people were very prudish, and a lot of colognes then were very overpowering. They were strong smelling, and there's a reason for that historically. You see, before the Victorians, people didn't wash all that much, so what they'd have an extremely powerful smelling cologne or scent or orange water or whatever, and they douse themselves in it. So when you see them in these pretty 1700s dresses and big tall wigs and all that, they literally, if you go near them, they'd absolutely stink of perfume water or cologne or whatever, because they'd literally they'd pour half this bottle on top of themselves to get smell the dirt and filth away. But of course Victorians were into cleanliness as next to godliness, so they didn't need to put half a bottle of perfume or cologne onto themselves to hide the smell. And it was, to them, it was considered, overpowering smells were considered, well, especially on a woman, like she was a lady of ill repute. It just didn't happen. Like they didn't wear lipstick, because that's another thing I can get onto sometime. Lipstick has got a very interesting history, and in Victorian eras they didn't wear it. Only one type of woman wore lipstick. And now they took to Florida water, the Victorians, because it's a delicate smell. It's a very now, it's a smell actually I'm not too fond of. It's delicate, it's not overpowering, but I'm not too fond of it. But it's like a citrusy, fruity smell. But lots of people love it. But like lots of things, it evolves. And one strange thing was discovered about it. A very strange side effect. People started claiming that if they were in a house where there was negative forces or haunted houses or whatever, if they actually put this around, it seemed to lighten the atmosphere. It got rid of negativity in the atmosphere, and it really took hold, and millions, believe me, millions of people use this, and I use it as well, just as a traditional thing. And what I do is every new year I have a good old clear out. I'll spend days clearing everything out, and what I'll do is the last thing, I'll get this and mop every floor and wipe down every surface, and if a wall surface can be cleaned down with it, I will do everything. And I say I'm not too fond of the smell, but it's not a repulsive smell, so I'll put up with that. But actually, do you know what you do? It's psychological. Most probably it's all psychological, but you do feel like, oof, things feel lighter, much lighter. And another thing people do when a full moon is coming, they'll actually have a bath and put some of this in the bath. Now it's just 1, 2, 3. That's all you need in your mop water and your bath. and it's supposed to spell. And other people, when they're anxious or they're feeling that, things aren't going well for them, they'll use it actually as a cologne on themselves. But also, it's a toner as well. You can use it, splash on your face as a toner. It's very delicate. But I just thought I'd tell you about that little tradition I have, and it'd be interesting in the comments. If anyone's interested, leave comments. Any little traditions you have, no superstitious traditions. I'd be very interested to hear about that. But again, Florida Water. It's by Murray, and what's the other fellow's name? Landman. Now you have to get the original one. The Chinese do it as well, but you're best getting the original one. It doesn't cost much at all. It doesn't cost. And a bottle like this will last for donkeys, absolutely donkeys. I say it's just 1, 2, 3, and that does it. So I'll see you again, sweethearts. Most probably the next one I do will be the New Year's message. So take care, my lovelies. Take care.